Hello, everyone. I see my audio is working. So we actually have all speakers run through a little test for their Q&A session in advance, but I'm the only person that did not go through that. But of course, technology never fails us. And so I'm glad to say that we made it to the end of the conference. If you didn't see me at the start, my name is Sacha Romain. I'm the conference chair for this year. And first of all, I'd like to thank you, everyone, for your patience and flexibility. We've gotten used to running virtual conferences pretty well by now, but it's always a challenge for us to bring the right experience also to the virtual platform. But I think every year so far that we've been very successful with this. Also, running it across multiple time zones was a new challenge this year, but I think it has gone pretty well, except for some of your sleep schedules. So the sketch notes, you may have seen we've posted on Hopin and on our social media, the sketch notes of every talk. They will also be posted on our Flickr. And I want to mention these were made by Dennis Dawson, who also has a portfolio website. So thank you very much for that. The break music, which is always very popular, this time was by Christy, same as we used in the last conference. There's a link somewhere in Hopin, but if you ask around, I'm sure we can help you find it. Christy is also a community member and also an organizer of some of our conferences. So what is next? Talk videos will be released next week. All our talks are pre-recorded, so we have the videos, but we're going to add the Q&A, polish a few things, and then publish them on our YouTube channel next week, roughly, publicly for everyone to see, and also on our website. If you have any feedback about this conference, then please share it with us. There is also a survey coming. We're going to send that out somewhere in the next few days. We welcome feedback through that. You can also email us at atlantic@writethedocs.org with any input. And also share your own favorite conference moments on social media with the Write the Docs hashtag. Some of you have been doing that ongoing through the conference. Of course, do keep in mind the photo policy I shared at the start. Don't share images of other people from sessions without their permission, but tweeting from talks is fine because they are public, except some of the lightning talks of today, which the speakers preferred not to have published. But for the main stage talks, you can write about it. Of course, also, if you have more extensive ideas, publish a write-up about your experience and share it with the community. The community always stays very active on Slack as well. So if you want to continue your engagement and you're not on that already, you should definitely join. And as I said at the start, the atmosphere we're trying to go for as a community, and something that I think we're very successful at, that's why I've been here for so long, is to always be welcoming, open, supportive, and positive. And I've also seen that in all the parts of the conference I've seen. I see that this atmosphere is very well represented, that this is something we do very well, that we bring new people into with all our different backgrounds and different environments as well. You can also get involved yourself. So for one, we have just opened, like in the last 5 minutes, the salary survey this year. So we run this every year for the last 4 years, I believe. So it's live now on salary-survey.writethedocs.org. And it's been updated from last year. So there's a few, not so many questions about the pandemic anymore, but there are new questions about returning to the office. Of course, there are updated questions every time, questions that didn't work well that we had feedback about. And I also want to stress that the salary survey, we say salary, but it really is for everyone. If you're working a regular job, if you're unemployed, if you're part-time, self-employed, in a permanent contract, contract for specific jobs, and for really any country, any skill level, any experience or background. So you don't have to be a writer specifically. I, for one, am not. I'm mainly a software developer. So Please fill this in. It is a very useful resource to our community in knowing what salaries are like, what benefits are like, working environments, in helping people hire writers and other documentarians, but also for people to negotiate, and general transparency in our community. Also, if you like this vibe and you would like to organize a meetup in your own region, then please reach out. There is a meetup guide and form on our website. So, of course, starting a new meetup is a documented process because this is Write the Docs. If you are not sure or if you're having trouble finding your way, then always feel free to email us on support@writethedocs.org. And we'll help you get started, run your own. If there's already one in your area, then also you can see if you can join organizing there. Some meetups are more active than others. Also, if you want to help out with any other community efforts, the newsletter, for example, the style guide, then please feel free to reach out at any point. There is a Teams page on our website, again, a documented process because we always document all our processes flawlessly in this community. And also there, we're always happy to have additional help, new ideas, and also help you get started in that. I want to thank all of our speakers, all of the staff, the sponsors, and of course you as attendees, because we're all essential parts of our conference. I didn't actually get to see most of the talks myself. I just had a side eye on them, but the things that I did catch have been really excellent. So I'm very happy with what they've done for us. And specifically our sponsors this year were Knowledge Owl, HelpDocs, MongoDB, JetBrains Writer Site, and ClickHelp. And these are also a very important part of our community of supporting our conference, supporting our newsletter, and all our other activities. If you're interested in sponsoring outside of the conferences, we also have website sponsorship, newsletter sponsorship. You'll find details on our website, and we can also always make custom packages for you. Some of us have been quite visible this conference. Our stellar MCs running the Q&A, the introductions, the lightning talks, the writing day, and me doing the opening and closing. But there is a big team behind this event that run all the behind-the-scene tasks as well. Things like managing sponsors, speakers, selection, Q&A filtering, so preparing all the questions. We've had Julia and Cheryl with us again to do the live transcription. Bart from Bart at Work managing the video feed, the help desk, and there's just so many other tasks that have been happening done by all these wonderful people. Australia is coming up in person in December, and their call for papers is still open. So if you want more Write the Docs, then please submit. I think it's open for another few days, maybe a week. So definitely, if you have any interest in that, check it out very soon and make sure you submit. Of course, there may be a local meetup. If there's not, maybe you can start one, but many places have meetups already. And there is also Portland coming up in person next year. I don't think we've announced specifics yet, but we are working on finalizing planning, and once that's set, we will announce it. Next year's conference for this, for Atlantic, for Prague, for Europe, for East Coast, we don't know yet. So we're going to evaluate how this year went, and then think about what our plan is for next year. Perhaps we'll do the same thing as this. Perhaps we're going to do something different. It is a surprise for you as much as it is for me. If you want to stay in touch, use our hashtag #WriteTheDocs. Definitely join the Slack. There are so many people on there now speaking about so many subjects. The newsletter is monthly and includes highlights from our Slack and also other things. So I definitely recommend that for anyone. And if you have any questions, then always feel free to reach out to support@writethedocs.org. Usually you'll get a response from me, but also sometimes from other members of the team. and we'll help you try to find the resources you're looking for or put you in touch with the right people in our community. That wraps it up for me. It has been great fun to organize this and to see you all participate in so many different ways. So I want to thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you next time.